Actually, we chose that name because Largo, it's this square, Largo do Intendente, and Intendente was a known place. It was one of the most decorated spaces and neighborhoods of the city center of Lisbon, where nobody wanted to step in.
I remember coming here quite well. I think there was a cardboard here, and I also remember, I think it was in this room, a calendar with the Pope, with Jean Paul II. Well, it was mostly a pension for prostitution. I think there was a tension in between the landlords that want to evict them. We came in for the first time after the court give back the keys to the landlord. We didn't understood from the beginning what it was, but that's how we started to work on with this building.
So first of all, we had to take some time not to do anything, but mostly to be a part of the place and to be seated on a bench, to know, to talk, to get familiar.
Largo Residências has been working on a community level since its beginning, working with different kind of people, elderly people, migrants, with the most vulnerable people around. And then a school band is passing because there's visits in Intendente as every day. Obrigada.
This is also a very multicultural area. If you walk this side, you have Chinatown. If you walk this side, you have Banglatown. So each time we had to find a different way to engage people. And also we made a lot of projects engaging food, for example, because we realized that spaces that are connected to food were the places where the different cultures were meeting.
Largo Residências, the residences host different kind of public. They host tourists and they host artists. Artists as performers, musicians, and so on, and researchers are working with Largo, with the communities and on this public space, which is the square.
And I think that Largo organizes and creates something a bit different because we try to involve most of the people around this area. And it's good to have the communities working together. It creates a sense of integration and a feeling of belonging at the city, even if you are a foreigner living here.
They have a big festival which is called Bairro Intendente em Festa, which is Intendente's neighborhood in party, or let's say party in Intendente's neighborhood, which is that have vocation to show up all those works that have been made during the year.
So actually we have 3 different sectors of activity. The main one, it's the cultural and social-cultural activity that doesn't depend so much on the building. And we have the social businesses, the accommodation and the café, that is a way to finance our permanent structure of work.
The café has some ideas that structure our core business of the cooperative. So we have benches and then tables outside where people can sit without asking anything. It's our place there to also to do social work, in the sense that we identify people that had to get support, have no money, and that comes here to have some meals.
Largo Residências was one of the first initiatives funded by the BIP. So this initiative was conceived at the time also as an initiative that could foster the quality of life in this neighborhood.
Okay, in the beginning we just said, okay, we're in, we don't know how we will be paid because there was no money. For us, it was quite clear for everyone that we should be a non-profit. We had to choose in between association and cooperative. It was much more interesting for us to be a cooperative and have the figure of cooperative investor. So we have 25% of capital invested from the cooperatives, 25% that were invested by running for applications to the municipality, and the 50 part of the other investment was mostly from delaying the debt. So negotiating the debt with the contractor, so opening one part of the building, producing money so that we can pay for the other part. That took us for almost 3 years to open everything.
Initiatives and collectivities like Largo, they can do the mediation between the socio-economic local tissue of these communities with the larger political forces, for instance.
We use Largo as a very important instrument of local policies being started by the bottom. People that come together, that organize themselves, that ask for places, that ask for places to do the things they want to do.
I was just saying that last weekend Largo was the promoter of an initiative called Next Stop in the underground of Lisbon with dance, music. So I think that this set of different initiatives makes also the success of this project.
But especially I think that the main issue here is that they can mobilize all the local and the small forces that we have here for urban struggle to put housing issue, the housing issue, or even the necessity for regulation of tourism, for instance, in the political and the social agenda. I think that's the most important thing.
In a way, I think we are maybe the project that gives more local employment, and also we had integrated in our team some vulnerable people that asked for help and for an opportunity. In a way, this is a very concrete impact.